Damas y caballeros, welcome to En Mis Tiempos. I'm one of your hosts, George. And Luca, please don't let us down. I'm here today with Adriana, Alfredo, and Adrian.
Hello.
No, you're not. Adrian's a fact checker. You don't introduce a fact
We
checker.
never call him, right?
No.
Oh, Luis. Yeah, we never call out Luis. Sorry, I can't hear myself again.
It's not. Stop
He's
messing with the mic if you can't.
Do you remember my name?
And today's guest, Dana. Welcome to the podcast.
Wait, what's her name?
Dana, right?
He didn't sound too sure when you said it.
I was going to say, it's because
Stop
I was
messing with the mic.
Is it Dana or Dana?
Dana. I mean, I don't mind either way.
Oh, okay. Do you
Really?
know?
I'm still calling you Dana.
It's fine.
Is it? I don't know. That just sounds right.
Dana?
Dana.
Why?
I don't know.
Isn't that
I
how
think
you
you
say
made
it in
that up.
Spanish?
What?
It would be Dana.
Dana?
Yeah. Because, yeah, Dana, that just sounds right. But Dana. Hi, Dana. Welcome to the podcast.
Nice to meet you. Except Joe.
I hate that I can't hear myself.
Well, it's not nice to meet me. Screw you then.
No, I mean, because I've already met you.
I have known her for a long time, so I get it. So what's up with the Mavericks? Are in the finals?
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mavs have made it to the NBA Finals.
And hockey lost. Right?
Huh?
Hockey lost?
Yeah, stars.
Let's not
Stars.
talk about
Blew it.
Stars.
We're not going to talk about sad stuff, though.
It's
Oh.
sad. It really is sad. But the Mavericks, yeah. Were you a big Mavericks fan
I'm not really a fan.
of sports?
Of sports?
Not sports in general, really.
It's fine.
Why?
I don't know. I'd rather watch everything in person. And
Okay,
I can't go to every game.
I would rather go to the game in person,
so
too.
it's
but-
not really like I don't keep up with it because if I was going to a lot of games, I might. But I don't
All right,
really
nobody
go to a lot
told
of
you the
games.
rules, so
Oh,
we're going to
that's
excuse you.
expensive.
Don't tap on the table.
Okay.
That's the only rule. And talking to the mic. Sorry, there's 2 rules. I was going to fight with Luis about that this week
About what?
if he showed up, but he never shows up. Not caring about sports because he doesn't care about sports, but he acts like people who do care about sports are dumb for caring about sports
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't think that.
Why?
You know,
because it's just sports.
He
Like
thinks it's just sports.
in his mind, he doesn't know those people. He doesn't give a shit about them. They don't give a shit about you. Why do people go crazy rooting for a sports team that means nothing to them?
That's
like you
valid.
gain nothing when the Mavs do well. You lose nothing when the Mavs don't do well.
That's valid.
So to him, it's stupid.
is it though?
But this is also the same guy that spends an insane amount of time and money going to concerts and cheering for bands that
Don't know
mean
him.
nothing to him and don't know him, and he
Will
gains
never-
nothing from doing it. And so that's what I was going to fight with him today about. So Luis, if you're ever here again,
You're
we can have that
meaningless.
conversation. If not, just listen to this and pretend we're fighting.
You're meaningless
We miss you.
to the
Fight with me.
It is. I mean, but sports are fun.
Dang it! I was going to say what's happening today.
The United States is playing. I don't know. What are we talking about? Sports or something else?
No, I don't remember. I just remember
Mexican
that something.
president?
Okay,
The
Mexico
first
has
female
a female
president.
president. We're going to talk about that. Does anybody care?
About
No.
that?
Other than Mexicans? Yeah.
I mean, I knew about it. My husband's Mexican.
Does he care?
Oh, is he?
I know that she's from the same party as the previous president.
Right.
So I mean,
Can you please stop messing with the mic? I can
And
hear that.
more progressive, right?
He might smack you with the mic.
I mean, as progressive as he was.
As he was, yeah.
That's the
Except
only reason I
she's
like
more
her.
educated.
Yeah.
She's a scientist. I forget what kind of scientist, but she's a legit scientist.
Energy?
Uh,
Can't remember.
Hey,
I read it today.
Adrian? He's over there. He does what every fact checker does. Just starts chilling. He's like, "Oh, this is a good podcast." He's looking at the screen.
I thought you said you were gonna do better than me. I caught it.
That was
No. But
better.
she's some climate scientist, something like that. Neurologist, something like that.
Neurologist is
Adrian.
a doctor.
No, I
This is hard. That's what she said.
Claudia Sheinbaum, Pedro.
Well, yeah,
That
that's
part
what
just
I
said
was.
scientist, but it didn't.
She went to Berkeley.
That's
What is she? What did she study?
I want to say
Energy
energy
and
science.
engineering.
I mean, scientist.
What is it?
Energy engineering.
There you
Energy
go.
engineering.
Is she
I was close.
Mexican?
Yeah.
So yeah, she's Mexican.
I'm asking because of her last name. How do you say that?
She's Mexican of Jewish descent.
Got it.
And you pronounce it Sheinbaum, just like it's written, because it's Mexican.
That was my first
Spanish.
thought when I read her name. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I was confused.
That ain't right.
Very happy, very proud, you know. Mhm.
Yeah.
But I was confused.
About the last name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it threw me off where I'm like,
Because you knew it was Jewish or because you thought it was American?
I knew it wasn't American. I knew that it was not American. but I didn't think it was Mexican either. That's why I was
Well,
like,
what makes a last name a certain nationality?
The S.
It,
Like
what?
yes.
Not what letter. I mean,
Like,
it
if I'm born in
doesn't
Mexico
make
and my
it.
last name's Smith, I'm a Mexican Smith, right?
I know, but like,
Holy
it's just,
shit.
it's one of those things where you associate specific last names to specific,
So what did you associate her with?
not American and not Mexican.
Same. Like I didn't really think of anything else until I looked it up.
Right. Like, I
oh, okay.
couldn't, I didn't know from where. I just thought to myself, like, okay, that's not like an original, and I say original, but it's not like a standard Mexican name, but it's also, I mean,
Imagine Claudia Guadalupe Esmeralda Smith.
The new Mexican president.
I mean, my maiden name is technically Puerto Rican. Like, it originates from over there. My now married name is Italian.
Cancino? That's
Cancino?
Oh, that's so cool.
That's your maiden name?
No, my
That's your
maiden name is
was
Vélez.
Vélez, that's right. Was it Vélez or Vélez?
You know what? I don't know. And I say that because I've always said Vélez, but I think one of my tias, like on my dad's side, corrected.
I've
My-
always said Vélez.
Yeah,
I know
like,
I think you're saying Vélez on my phone, but
I don't know which one it is because she's,
boring conversation.
So Claudia,
Claudia, does anybody care? You're a Mexican. You're of Mexican descent. Do you care?
I
Other than
don't,
the fact that you feel proud because Mexico has a Mexican.
No, I mean,
or
I really
female
don't
president.
care. Like, it's great, right? The only reason I like it or that it makes me feel good is because there was a movement by AMLO, and it's gonna keep going with her, and to better Mexico. And the thing I liked about AMLO was, him being that guy that beats, you know what, fuck you, United States. It's like, this is Mexico. We're keeping our shit. And so I'm hoping she does the same for them. For me, I guess, too.
I agree. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about everything, but me and my husband have had conversations about it, and I've looked him up. So
You've looked him up, the current president?
yeah,
Okay.
and the new one.
He's very, I think he leans socialist if you had to put it a certain way.
Yeah.
It's fine. It works.
And
Some people.
I have a question actually. Do you think he's gonna leave Mexico, AMLO?
Why?
I mean, they all do.
Oh,
They
so,
all
like
leave
for
Mexico.
fear?
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's mostly for fear. Most of them live in Spain. One of them lives in here in the United
Some of them
States.
live here,
I don't
some of
know.
them-
I think
But
he
did-
was different than any of the past presidents. So I don't.
Wow, he didn't embezzle money. He didn't do
That's-
anything illegal. He
Yeah.
didn't- I mean, one would hope, but we know he did.
There's somewhere in there,
So it's gonna come out after he leaves.
but
Will it though?
Again, I hope he didn't. Right?
Yeah. I don't know.
the only one that's still in Mexico is Vicente Fox. But I don't think anyone
He
liked
doesn't
him.
Gave a shit.
either.
It's like, yeah, nobody gave a shit.
He didn't give a shit. Nobody gave a shit about him. So it's kind of mutual. That's cool. How does your husband feel about it? Is he like Mexican, or is he like George Mexican?
Mexican, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, he's happy about it. He just told me, I'm just glad that she's from the same party. So
Yeah.
The runner-up was from which party, Adrian? Was it
Xochitl.
Partido Acción Nacional, El PAN?
Xochitl.
Yeah.
She was PRIP, PAN, and
Oh, they're
something
together
else.
now, right?
Yeah,
PRI and
so-
PAN and something else. Okay.
Yeah.
So the runner-up was from what would be here like a Republican
Yeah.
Democratic Party, and then the new party is the one that won, which is.
Y'all heard what he said, right?
Yes,
Right
sir.
there.
Can y'all hear me? I can't hear myself.
It's very low. I need to work on that mic.
Okay.
Again, I think everything reset during the
Just going
storms
in
and I
and out
haven't
of
fixed
mine.
it. So that's my excuse for the sound sounding crappy.
Life reset with these damn storms.
Say it for the people in the back.
Is this gonna change the culture, machista culture in Mexico? Will it help it?
It's gonna make it worse.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
why do you say that?
That's
For
I'm
the same
asking.
reason Obama becoming president made the racists come out of everywhere.
Oh yeah, and then
just-
you know how, well,
and our future
how they treated
president.
his wife too.
How they still treat them.
Yeah.
Who the Obamas?
The Obamas, yeah. Like, it's some of the comments, it's like, really, dude? Like,
They're long gone.
it's a little
Mm.
much.
I was,
Go ahead.
I don't know. I see what you're saying in the sense of that it's not going to help.
Like anything she does that goes wrong, it's going to be because she's a woman.
But we have to start somewhere. I mean,
No, I'm happy about
Yeah,
it,
no, you're
but
right.
I know what's going to happen.
My question
Right,
is,
sure.
why are so many people against women running for?
Because what do you mean?
because they're too used to having the power themselves.
Right.
They don't
The patriarchy.
want
we're
anything to
used
change.
Like it's
I don't know. You hear so many stories where it's like, well, this president was president, but technically it was the wife that was running shit. Like who was it?
Clinton.
Yeah.
Aside from Clinton, there was another one that they were like, yeah, he didn't make any of the
Not an American
decisions. The
president.
wife, I can't remember the name. Today I'm
Yeah,
off.
and the last-
off with names.
It wasn't Reagan. It wasn't old Bush. It was Clinton because it wasn't young Bush and it wasn't Obama.
What was the question? I don't know if you can look that up. I mean,
Which U.S.
relax over there,
male
Adrian. Enjoy the
president?
show.
What? That's too long.
Forget it. It's
I don't know
not.
how you can
Which
look that
first
up.
lady
Which first lady ran the country?
Yeah,
ran
the country in the U.S.
was it a Kennedy?
I don't know if it's.
There's only been one Kennedy, and it wasn't him.
He didn't.
You all right over there?
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, it's just wrong.
I don't know. I just
The first thing that comes up is planted wildflowers. Had the highest IQ.
had the high. Oh, well,
Or acted as president.
yes.
Yes.
That's fourth on the list.
U.S.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Edna Stone.
This is boring. We're not going to get anywhere, and that
I
conversation
apologize.
is going to lead nowhere.
Cut it out.
Okay.
Woodrow
Nah, we
Wilson.
won't
No,
cut-
we're
we're
not
not
cutting
cutting
out.
anything out.
Woodrow Wilson.
Who was his wife?
Exactly.
Before us, 1920s?
She
Edith,
ran things, but they wouldn't put her name down.
Edith Bowling Galt
that's-
Wilson.
1915.
Nice. Okay.
Wow.
Well, Woodrow Wilson wasn't a real president there. Now you know. Go look him up.
Look her up.
Dude, I swear there was something that I was going to talk about that is happening tonight, and I don't remember what it
So it's
is.
Presidenta, right?
Google what is happening tonight.
But anyway,
Fact check.
let's get the sports over with.
Star
Oh.
Wars is
Mexico
tonight.
plays tomorrow.
Yeah.
Dana keeps tapping on the table. And the Mavs play on Thursday?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll
So
have
who are you guys
one
going for?
game.
I'm just kidding. Just
Uh,
kidding.
Adrian, switch with it.
Yeah, please switch. You don't.
Is that it
I'm
with
kidding. I'm
sports?
kidding.
Is that it with sports, or are we gonna chime in on Kaitlin? or
Okay,
we've talked
if you
about
want
it
to do
too
that real
much?
quick, hold on.
Caitlin?
What now?
Kaitlin, I need you to,
Oh.
girl. You need to teach these girls whose league this is now.
Why? What do you?
All right, so
Dude,
she's getting fouled a lot, like big time, and I know it happens to like a lot of rookies
Talk your shit.
coming in,
Make this your league.
but they're just fouling her just because.
They're pushing her. They're just beating up
So
on her.
all these girls are
But it's
jealous.
not just because. It's because she's fucking killing them.
No.
I mean, her team's like 1-8.
Yeah, they're
But
still-
yeah,
they
she's putting up
lost.
Yeah,
points.
but she's still putting up points.
Yeah,
So,
but she's
you're gonna foul
also getting paid more than all of them, so they're probably haters.
Oh.
them. That's true.
So
There
is
might be
this?
some of that.
I know
She's not
it,
getting paid. Wait a minute. She's on the rookie pay scale.
Yeah, but she's got all the
Sponsorships?
endorsements.
Okay, but that has nothing to do with basketball.
but it
If
has-
they want to get paid with
Yeah, but it
endorsements,
has
they need
something
to
to do
play
with her.
better. Be better. That's all I can say.
That is true. No, you're right. They need to stop being jealous of her.
Is that what you wanted to talk about?
Is that?
There's
Do you think that it's because they're girls, or is it? I know it happens in the men league too,
Right.
but do you think the way it's happening right now is more?
No, I think we're talking about it more because it's girls, and we
It's just
again,
basketball.
anytime
Sorry.
that girls do something, we talk about it more because it's girls.
But I also
Right.
think it's a bigger thing right now because of the rivalry that there was with Caitlyn and that one chick
Whose name you don't
Angel?
know?
whose
Reese?
name I don't remember.
is it Angel Reese?
Angel
Maybe.
Reese.
So it was Angel Reese, but
Angel Reese came out and said like
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
only because of Caitlin Clark, is because
Me
of me that
too.
people are watching. It's like no, it's not. It's like
You
I
can call
barely
me the
found out
vet.
who you are because of this comment.
okay.
She's
Did
like,
you
you-
read the article or watch or actually listen to what she said?
Yeah.
Because I read the headline too, and that's all it said.
I heard her.
What?
I heard the not
did she
speech,
say?
but when she said,
What was the question and what was her answer?
I don't know what they asked her, but what she said was more people are watching the female basketball team, and it's not just because of one person. It's not just because of Kaitlin. It's because of her too. And if 20 years from now if they're gonna call her the bad guy, then she'll take it, or something along those lines.
I guess if she keeps saying shit like that, people will want to watch her, but they're not watching because of her basketball.
Right, they're watching just for the cheeseman.
The drama.
Yes.
Kaitlin Clark pretty much made her
Exactly.
who she is
Famous.
in college.
Like, okay, don't say that because she was a good basketball player in college.
No, she was
In her own right.
but-
And there were a lot of them that were really good and better than Angel Reese. She went like 7 or 8 in the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, she went up pretty high, but before that, she was, moving around.
No, to my point, that's pretty low. Like, you don't talk that kind of shit
Yeah.
about the number 1 pick when you went 8 in the draft. There were 7 players that were better than you.
Yeah.
But she was a good player. But the only reason people are watching is because of Kaitlin Clark. You can't, to deny that is to be stupid. Like, ride her coattails. Fuck it. I don't care.
Like
Once people start watching the league because of Kaitlin and they figure out that you're good too, they might start watching because of you. But right now, they're really not.
The only reason that game was aired was because of Kaitlin Clark.
Right.
And they saw they saw Angel
Adrian,
Reese.
you're supposed to be the fucking fact checker.
He
You
really
if you
is.
wanted to
He's
talk,
really-
you need to get your ass back over here.
What? Luis talked a lot. What are you talking about?
I know. We need to fix that.
What, the Luis part?
You're the fact checker. You just sit over there and you check.
Hey, I did a great job
Luis,
this last
Luis
week.
would chime in when he was getting good at it.
When
Yeah,
he
he was
needed to
getting
prove
good
a
at it.
point.
He would chime in and keep it
Until
going.
I said something about sports or
Like now, yeah.
All right, that's
Trump.
enough sports. That's Luis right there.
Or Trump.
That's enough sports. Let's move on.
triggered Luis. I have a bunch of topics and I don't know what half of them like. The way I write my notes is like really short, just blurbs,
Same.
and
I
I
have
forget
one.
what the fuck. Go ahead.
How do you feel about teachers and
I hate 'em.
OnlyFans?
Oh, I didn't see that coming. I think whatever they do in their personal time is theirs. It's legal. They're not doing anything illegal.
What if they do it in the classroom?
Oh, that's not okay.
You're talking about
I
that?
think I saw that. Was it on?
Oh.
I think I saw that on TikTok.
So she recorded her OnlyFans. She apparently had an OnlyFans. She recorded one of her videos or whatever it is that I've not been on OnlyFans. So if I don't get this right, my bad. But she recorded it in her classroom. No kids were around. But whatever she did was inside of the classroom.
Yeah, no, that's not okay.
And yeah.
Are you talking about that video though?
Yes.
Okay. That was the funniest fucking. If you don't know what we're talking about, Adrian, pull up that video. I don't know if we can get the audio on there.
I don't know if I saw the right one because I was like,
Cellulite and
I had
all.
to search. For
That one, yes.
Wait, what?
You have to watch it to understand it, but it's a matter of. You're right. They do. If it's on their own time, it's on their own time.
I
So
think
if your kid's teacher had an OnlyFans page, would you just? I don't know. Like, would you not care?
Why would you ever know that she had an OnlyFans page? First of all.
However, these parents find out because a lot of teachers have been getting fired recently.
Yeah, you know why? Because one of the fucking parents is on OnlyFans looking at
Yeah,
the fucking teachers, and that's how
probably.
they find out. And then they complain about it, which is not only hypocritical but stupid.
I see what you
If she's a good teacher, who
'Cause you're
gives a fuck what
snitching
she
on
does when she's
yourself.
not teaching?
I see what you did there.
does OnlyFans, is there a charge for OnlyFans or is it free? Or is it like
No.
free if you?
It's not free.
No,
Well, I was thinking like maybe certain parts of it are free, but then you have to like pay for
You have to pay for.
something.
Content.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
subscribing
They
or
don't give you
whatever.
like a freebie to like draw you in.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
I
Like
don't
maybe
know.
it's
Yeah, like
maybe
a
it's like
I'm
that.
not gonna pay for something if I don't know what I'm paying for.
No, like you. I think they give you a
You don't get a trial,
detailed.
30-day trial.
A detailed.
Right? I mean,
I think they give you a detailed description of what you're
okay,
about
I
to
got you.
see,
That's okay.
and do you want to pay for it
Oh,
or
All right.
not?
Kind of like a movie. They
It's
give you
a-
like the
it's a
synopsis,
picture.
Yeah.
a preview, if you will, but not a preview.
Charges.
Like they don't tell you all the good parts.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
and the reason
kind
I
of-
was asking because I was thinking, well, would kids?
You were gonna say I was thinking about doing it.
No,
Yes, girl, you go,
More power to you if you do.
You go. Do the damn thing.
I just got my cast off.
That's right.
That's a good one.
Go ahead. You were saying.
I feel feel like my face is really red.
No, you're fine.
I was trying not to
I'll
hit the
color
really
correct.
hard laughing because once I get started. Now what was I going to say? Oh, like wondering if that's something that you would have to worry about your kids getting into, because I've not experienced that with mine, so I don't know.
Shit, I hope not.
I mean,
Would you worry
can they
about
get
it,
on
though?
there, and if they don't
If
have money, like
you
say
said
it's
your kid's getting into
a
like your
younger
kid
kid.
accidentally like going on to
I don't
OnlyFans.
think
Yeah,
accidentally.
like
Okay.
can they get into it?
I promise you, there
easily
are like a
and see
million
stuff?
other websites that your kid can accidentally
Well,
get
yeah.
into before they get on
Easier
OnlyFans.
access than
Okay.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Because I
but-
thought it was only
that
an
sounds
app.
so naive, I guess.
No. No. But isn't there? I
There is
thought
a
it was
lot of
only an
other-
app. I could be wrong about that. Isn't
it's
is
a
it like an?
website.
Oh, okay, whatever.
But how far does something have to get for you to be like, you know what, I want my kids seeing this or doing that?
I don't want my kids.
Yeah, like it.
I would be upset
Depends
if my
on the age of
kids
your
found
kid.
my.
Yeah.
Okay,
Everything. There's an age for everything.
Right.
18-year-old wouldn't.
I don't care what they get into.
18. I don't even want to know. Bye.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm just asking. Right.
I think if my kids came across it, I would be upset, but I don't know if I could take it further than that. Like, I would feel bad for the teacher, but also I'd be like, ugh, this doesn't need to be passed around.
If
Mhm.
your kid's
But
teacher was
see-
doing it and your kids
Yeah,
saw it, no,
like,
that's
I would-
different. Yeah.
But
I would. It would be.
But
I would
again,
have
I
a lot of
wouldn't
mixed
blame the
feelings
teacher
because I
for
wouldn't. Now, if they were doing it in the classroom, that's a different story. I'm talking about in general OnlyFans.
Would you
But
bring it
even
up?
that, where it's a matter of it shouldn't be passed around. It's OnlyFans. It is being passed around.
Yeah.
Like it's.
I think I would probably at least let the teacher know and be like, "The kids found this.
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
need to
that's-
maybe change your profile or maybe get off
cover
of it
your
before
face.
you get fired."
Cover your face.
True. Face.
I'll lose all my subscribers. If
I mean,
do
that said, I wouldn't be happy about my kids finding it, but I don't know.
You
I guess
wouldn't be-
I'm guess I'm a little more progressive on those things.
Did we answer your question?
Yeah. How
I'm
would you
sure a
feel
lot
about
of
it?
listeners will not agree with everything we. Because I
No,
don't think
they're not
anybody
gonna
here
agree
gave
with
a
me.
shit. But George, you didn't actually answer. You don't have kids.
I don't
have
know
kids.
if I would give a shit. I know
I
it
mean-
sounds stupid, but it's maybe because I'm not there with my kids yet.
To
What do you mean? You don't.
Like
you
what they're watching?
Not even pre-K.
It's not that I'm not there. It's more of like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Where it's like, would it bother me or would I not give a shit? Where it's like, yeah, as long as
How old are they? I'm sorry.
8, 4, and 1.
8, 4, and 1. Okay, let's say they're watching. What do they like to watch? don't-
Disney.
Okay, Disney
YouTube,
show.
or Kids Tube.
Okay, what if they accidentally like mistype kids tube into the search engine? I don't know, something else.
I don't know. I don't know how to handle that situation. I genuinely don't. I don't know what I would do.
because it's going to be worse for you than it was for us.
Thank
Oh,
you.
true.
Thank you. I needed to know that. Thank you.
true.
But so you would care. You would stop it.
I would stop them from seeing it. Yes, absolutely. Like
Yeah.
what? Yeah, yes, but I don't know how I would
But what if
react
it's
as
something
far
like on
as
Disney? Let's say it's, I don't know, JoJo or something. In the sense of like, I'm trying to see how far something has to get, how controversial something has to be
I
for you
don't-
to be like, yeah, no quiero.
So there's a Disney star, Dan Benson, that started an OnlyFans in 2022.
who's Dan
But I think,
Benson?
George, I think you're talking more about
Zeke,
Anything else in general, I don't know.
controversial shows,
Disney Wizards.
right?
No, I was, yes, but pushing an agenda basically.
right.
You know what I mean?
That's
E-
completely different.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is completely different
So
because
from the
it's
OnlyFans, yes.
What kind of agenda?
like, well, because they say that so many shows are now so much.
Woke.
Like JoJo and
Yes, they're
Basically.
more woke, and it's
yeah,
Yeah.
it's stupid.
And-
but my question is, at
So
like,
JoJo Siwa has like Disney.
Disney.
Stuff.
She was
JoJo
on.
was Disney, and then she tried to rebrand
brand herself.
herself, and that completely failed, in my opinion.
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces.
I
but
see
don't
her, and
know
I'm
a
like,
lot.
"What are you doing?"
I think she
Well,
still has a
whatever
following,
size,
but
You're a whole. What did you rebrand? Instead of rainbow bright and glitter, now you're dark and glitter, like black and glitter. Like what?
I think she's just trying to find herself, and we're all watching.
And
But,
yeah,
Would you still allow-
Miley did it. And
Ah,
she
but
went
Miley-
through. She went through a rough spell where it was like not
Like,
working.
for some reason I
They
didn't.
all did it.
You're
Christina
right.
did it. Fucking Brittany did it. Justin did it.
You're right, but maybe the level that the way JoJo is doing it is completely different than the rest of them did. Where they all have like a rebellious phase. That's cool. I was in on it for most of them. I loved it. The whole Miley Cyrus rebellion when she went from Disney to an adult.
To Wrecking Ball.
Yeah,
Great.
it was. You know what I mean?
banger.
But with JoJo, it's kind of like, what are you doing?
I don't know who JoJo is, but
Is she
Pull up
like
a picture.
controversial in the things that she's doing, or because like I
It's-
said, I haven't been following.
I mean, she's part of the gay community, so she's.
but
I
how
think
old is this person?
She's
How old
18,
is-
20, I believe now.
So she would be somebody that kids
That's her.
what like. Did you watch her when you were?
No,
a
no,
kid?
no, no, no,
Who
no. So
what's her
she-
target audience?
JoJo, see,
What
kids.
was her target audience?
Kids, age.
Obviously, but when she was a kid, kids were her target audience.
Yes.
I guess I'm asking:
What
are
are
the
kid-
people
Her
that used
genre-
to watch her 18 years old now? Because if they are, then I don't care.
It's probably like a range.
This is
Right.
this is. Let's say it's the past 5 years. So let's say, how old is she now?
She-
I think
you
she's
know
20.
what?
She's a grown woman.
Yeah, she is
If you look up, there's actually an age demographic for that she's trying to target, and it's not working.
the one that would give you the money would.
It's about I want to say it's in the early 20s is what she's trying to target. Like that's
No, but that wasn't my question. My question was, who was her target audience when she was a Disney star? Because
they were
question
little
George
girls.
is asking is,
And he's
what
meaning
level
how old
of
are they now?
controversy do you like not let your kids watch anymore? And I don't think there was any controversy when she was a Disney star.
No, there wasn't any controversy, right? Because it was just a show where she would just basically do what entertains kids,
being loud.
being loud.
She's
The
21.
big bows.
She's
Stupid,
21 now.
obnoxious, yeah,
Yes.
whatever.
She's the one with the big bows that came out with the big old rainbow bows.
Yes.
So annoying.
And so I think people there were some people that would be like, oh well, the rainbow colors and everything's like, is she trying to push it on her kids or whatever? But mostly her audience was the kids in age, I don't know, 10 to 16 or I don't know.
I think
Does
it
that
was a
make
little
sense?
younger than that. I think it was about 6.
Right, but again, let's go back to the question. The question was, would you let your kid watch that? If she's pushing rainbows. I don't know what the fuck that means. Rainbow bright push
Right.
rainbows.
Look, and
Like,
here's the
80s,
thing.
and it was okay,
and
so-
that's why if my personal opinion on rainbows is people make it what they want it to be. I don't tell them, "Oh my god, you guys can't have rainbows around because of what that
rainbows are rainbows.
exactly." And the girls, their kids love rainbows not because they're
Okay.
gay, not because they're straight, not because of it's because it's colorful and it's a rainbow. So yeah, the girls have clothes that has rainbows on it. The girls love to have rainbows randomly, like the tattoos and absolutely. It only means that if you tell the kids that it means that, if that makes sense.
Yes. So, to answer his question,
So for me, it's as far as rainbows go, I don't care that my kids watch stuff that's rainbows and stuff like that.
so can they watch shows with gay characters in them? And can they watch?
The part that I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with is when they have boys kissing boys, girls kissing girls, more so because they're as young as they are, where
But boys kissing girls is okay?
On a Disney Channel? I don't think that's happened.
no,
Probably like little pics.
because it's a matter of it's
Well, fuck, I hate that I gave you that easy way out.
well because it's
that's
not.
that's not what you said.
I'm
Because if that's what you meant, you would have said, I have a problem when they have people kissing each other.
PDA.
But that's not what you said.
Right. However, there's certain doors that I feel like should not be opened depending on their age. There's certain topics that don't need to be discussed yet.
Like what? Kissing? Or same-sex kissing?
Same sex.
How
What's
old
the
are these
difference?
kids at this time? Like when, regardless of gay or not, like
talking
when they're
about-
kissing at that point,
The kids that are watching or the kids that are doing it?
doing it.
Well, hopefully they're on
Well,
a Disney
hopefully,
show for
yeah.
teenagers.
So they're like
Or
teenagers.
sometimes it's even cartoons that show it.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, yeah, it's stupid
For
to say
me-
a cartoon shouldn't do it, but at the same time, it's like, it's
I kind of feel like think about how old we were when we kissed. I mean, not everybody
I've
was
never
young.
kissed
Some
you,
people,
for the record.
some people. I wasn't meaning that.
Okay.
Nobody here has kissed each other.
Like,
Yeah,
I mean, us as a
Let's
collective.
clarify.
So you're really gonna. Okay, I lost my train of thought. But like, how old were all of us when we kissed? I mean, various ages. Some of us were young, maybe, 13 or whatever. If those kids are that, for me, if those kids are that age or older, I'm not gonna have too much of an issue with kissing.
The kid's doing it, not the kid's watching.
The kids kissing.
Yeah, okay.
On TV, whether they're gay or straight, because I mean,
Because it's real life.
we were all talking about those things or doing those things when we were in our late teens.
We're
Yeah.
So
I agree with you.
Yeah.
As long as what they're watching is appropriate, whether or not it's gay or whether or not I agree with what they're doing, if it's appropriate and it's real life and it's what happens, I don't have a problem with it.
I don't think I ever had like at that age.
Wait, to some extent, sorry. Let me
No, go ahead.
finish
Sorry.
that because I mean, a grown couple having sex and all that's it's appropriate, age appropriate, and it happens and it's real.
Yeah.
I don't want my 10-year-old watching that.
Yeah.
That obviously,
Rated R. Yeah.
that's what I'm meaning. And it's like
Yeah.
their age, they're doing normal things for their age.
correct.
Now, if they were going like full on, that would be a totally different story.
Yes.
Okay. No. I was gonna say. I was just gonna comment that I don't remember, or at that age, I don't remember seeing, people kissing on TV on my Disney Channel or shows that I was watching. You know what I mean? Not
Bullshit.
older.
You're from
obviously-
the Camp Rock generation, and although didn't they kiss in those shows?
No, Camp Rock.
Well, I
No.
didn't do
on.
Camp Rock.
I was a little bit older. No,
Slightly.
I still remember the songs.
Yeah. Actually,
No, I don't.
The only one I
Okay.
can
What was
remember
you- what was you?
people.
High School Musical
High
with
School
him.
Musical.
Oh
was
yeah, High School Musical.
There was no kissing? Like not even a kiss at the end of the show?
Did she? The movie.
Sorry,
Oh,
yes.
is he a mega fan?
My bad.
He just got offended.
Gotta get your head of the game. Gotta get you. Oh, sorry, it's a song.
He went into a little trance.
He went back into time.
No, I actually really hated those movies, but
Whatever.
I can tell because
It's obvious.
High School Musical was in my generation, I guess, where I remember high school and the kids were all over. I still have not seen it, the whole High School Musical thing. I've never.
I'm pretty sure I watched that
Didn't
movie.
like
I
it.
watched that
Didn't.
movie like 30 times. At
I did
least.
because of my little
Really?
cousins.
Leslie watched it.
Oh, okay.
I think it was High School Musical. It was either High School Musical or Camp Rock, one of the two.
I mean, you probably watched Camp Rock too. Also, but no, I don't remember. I think what was her name? Vanessa Hudgens and Zac Efron might kiss at the very end of the third movie.
Of the third, there were sequels.
They had to wait.
What the hell?
Okay,
It just came out last week.
I honestly don't remember. I'm not gonna say yes or no. I don't remember.
They're like mid-20s now.
Yeah.
But I also don't. There was not a lot for me in that time, like guy and guy kissing or girl and girl kissing.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like,
I was really sheltered, so I don't. There's a lot of things that I didn't get to watch, but I only remember like the Wonder Years
did you watch Lion
or
King?
Little House on the Prairie. Like they were very guarded with what I was able to watch. So
Were you able to watch?
I
Lion
couldn't even
King?
watch rated R movies as a teenager.
Dude.
And I
parents
snuck.
didn't know any
I
better,
remember
and it
I
was
snuck
great.
watching Amistad.
That was like your big thing.
Yeah, because I was so interested in the history and stuff.
No.
Nerd.
Do you think
Yeah.
that was a benefit, or do you think that like
I think in some ways it was. I mean, the shows that I were watching that I remember, I mean, I don't have the best memory, but the shows that I remember the most were showing healthy families that got along well and were mentally stable.
But
And
I
not
feel like
you should-
You're right.
that's a bad one. I mean, like there wasn't like a lot of
But I feel like
crap
that
going on in their families where they're just like negative or
But
whatever.
I feel like that was the 90s in general because like Family Matters. Do you remember Family Matters?
yeah, I loved that.
Fresh
all that.
Prince, Martin, Growing Pains?
The Friday night lineup.
Yes, where it's like all of them had
I watched George
they were
Lopez.
all cheesy shows and you could watch them. You could watch them back to back. You could watch them on your own or with your family. You didn't have to be so guarded. But now I feel like you do
Well, it
have
was
to.
network TV. It was kind of.
That stuff is not on anymore though. Like
There is still network TV, and you can still watch that with your family. Just
Like what?
nobody's watching it. I don't know. I don't watch that shit.
exactly.
But it's there. What I'm saying is it's still there.
It's hard also to get your kids into something that, maybe you're trying to show them something old that's like good, and they're just like, this is stupid.
Well,
And it's
I will
not
say
entertainment
because
enough.
my kid recently, and I don't know how she
right,
got into
I'm
it.
gonna-
I'm sorry. You need like a little pad, like a,
I will say that mine
stuffed animal
recently got. She's again. I don't know how she even started watching it, but Recess. She's like, "Can I watch Recess?" And I'm like,
What's Recess?
Recess.
Dude.
Do you remember
I'm
Hey
old,
Arnold?
remember it.
Well, yeah, that's true. But Recess,
Do you remember
certified
Hey Arnold?
banger.
Who?
Hey Arnold?
I know the name, yeah.
It's,
Hey Arnold?
It's similar to Hey Arnold, but it was Recess.
That's a hood classic.
And she actually likes it. Where I'm like, cool, you can watch this all you want. But then I was actually paying attention to it, and I was like, oh.
Oh,
I don't remember
There's
it
a lot of
being
shit in the
like-
stuff we used to watch.
Yeah.
oh yeah, definitely.
So
But-
I don't know.
but-
I watched Happy Days.
But so, do you think it was bad that you watched those things?
No, because I didn't.
You didn't know.
I don't think I understood it.
Exactly.
They
So
made
why
me
is
who
it?
I are.
Why do
Because
you think
even-
it'll be different with your kids?
I don't know. I feel like they're more. I don't know. Maybe we were dumbasses when we were kids.
Right, here are some 90s movies when you were watching all those family movies. The Craft,
I love The
Watch
Craft. That was my favorite movie.
I was not allowed to watch that.
Forrest Gump.
Watch that.
Clueless,
Clueless.
also a great movie.
I did watch that one. I came out.
Hocus
Austin
Pocus,
Powers.
another classic.
Dude, Austin Powers,
I didn't like
The
Austin
Mask.
The
Powers.
Mask.
Matilda.
Was Austin Powers rated R back then or PG-13?
I have no
PG-13.
idea.
Because it was
13.
pretty.
PG-13,
Yeah, no.
but it was
Like
that's
I
what I'm
watched
saying,
it back
like,
later as an adult.
We've
I'm
talked
like-
about this before. PG-13 in the 90s. Just
not the same.
So I was allowed the PG-13s
Wayne's World.
once I got like 16.
Wayne's
I remember
World.
Wayne's World.
Mighty Ducks. So there's
Mighty Ducks is one of my favorite movies, and I tried to show it to my niece, who's like 8, and she was bored out of her mind. at 5 minutes, she was just not even 5 minutes. She was like, "I don't like this. I don't want to watch it."
I'm lucky. Olivia
she's-
likes like
she's
she'll
all
watch
that.
the old movies.
she's all
But
that.
she had. I mean,
She's
it's
all that was
like
a good movie. All right.
there's a lot of kids her
She's all that
age
was.
that are like so hooked to like a game on their
Yeah,
parents'
she's
phone or their
not-
own
this one,
phone
Olivia's not like
and
that.
like a
Tablet.
what do you call it, tablet.
Tablet.
Ghost.
And so that's like the
Ghost.
first thing they want to go to.
That was a good movie.
That's PG-13. Would
Ghost
you let your
is a
kids
great
watch that now?
I like that.
Probably not.
Ghost.
My Girl was a good movie.
Yeah, let them
My
watch
kid
it.
actually asked
I
to
don't know if
watch that
Olivia-
one.
I think
My
Olivia's
Girl
watched
was
it, but she needs to watch it
traumatizing.
again.
It was.
I think it was one of those
God,
I
saddest
ugly cried.
movies.
My
You know,
Girl's
I kinda-
awesome.
I think I might have cried on that.
Which one?
Which one?
My Girl.
Oh,
Oh.
I can't even.
Absolutely. Like I'll still
never watched
My
ugly
Girl?
cry.
What?
You have
You
to
have
watch
homework
it at least
today.
once.
You have homework
on.
today.
And then
I
after
love
that,
stuff.
it's
Wait,
Old
wait.
Yeller.
Watch it with the girls.
But My Girl?
Yeah.
Yes.
What is it about?
My Girl.
Oh, dude, just watch
watch
it. Don't even worry about it.
Does
Just
it
watch
have
it.
the song?
McCulkin's in
Yeah.
it.
And,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll watch
Is it about the song? Is that what
it's
he
not
just
about
said?
the song, but it has a song in it.
It's a
No,
good
for
movie.
real, watch
That's
it
a
with the girls.
classic.
All right, I will.
That's
Send it to me, please. Send that
Send
to
it to
an image. Can you like crop?
I'm just gonna send
Screen.
it right now.
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what
I'll put it on the TV. They
All right,
like to
since-
watch a lot of movies.
Since we're talking about kids, I'll let y'all chime in on this.
Ooh.
dun dun dun.
Northwest.
Oh, dude. Okay.
That's another one I
Okay,
haven't
just
followed very well, but I know who she
Nepo
is.
kids. Nepo kids. That's what it is.
So
Nepo
What?
kids.
Nepo.
Or
That's
Nepo.
Nepo.
Nepo. I call it
Nepo.
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 Nibble kids.
What is that?
So Northwest was on the.
Wait, do you
Oh,
have
hold
all
on.
the info on how she got on there?
Yes.
Because
Well,
I haven't wanted to talk about this because I haven't looked into how she ended up on that show.
We have
The same, I guess, people that own or produce whatever the Kardashians are the same people that put on the show.
And the people that I
Well, I
did-
get okay. That's where the nepotism comes
Hold
in.
on.
But was there like an audition for this, and
There
she
was-
beat out
No.
quote unquote
So,
many
okay.
kids,
There was,
or was it just handed to her?
so hold
There
on.
was.
To her question, a Nepo kid, a Nepo baby.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
No, I forgot what it meant.
It's a-
I thought we were talking about a show, and I was like, Nepo.
No, Nepo kid. She asked a question.
Yeah.
So
Well,
the people that were
hold on.
doing the audition.
for our listeners, if you don't know what a nepo baby is, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes. So it's someone famous has a kid. That kid is considered a Nepo baby because they're born into.
well, only if they take
richness.
advantage of
yeah,
that.
if they take advantage of their parents
Parents'
or
status.
the family status that they were born into. That's That's a Nepo kid baby.
And well, in my opinion, only if they do it, because there's some nepo babies up there, quote unquote,
That you would
are
never know.
actually, No, that are actually super talented and they deserve what they have, right?
Oh, absolutely. But also, they don't.
and they didn't necessarily get what they have because of their parents.
That's what I'm saying. Where it's
so they're not nepo babies.
You have those that are born into, or their family, whatever, is an actor, singer, whatever. They become an actor, but it's not like, oh yeah, they became an actor because so and so handed them.
But they're still really good actors.
They're still considered nepo babies.
Not to me.
Okay.
I kind of thought of it like a spoiled child.
Yeah.
Like
Sort
Well,
of.
no,
yeah.
that's George.
Sort of.
That's
in a
different.
way,
George.
So like
spoiled because of riches
Yeah.
Like
and their
no,
parents
then
like
no.
allowing everything.
Hold on.
Jaden
Not
Smith
that at
is
all.
a really good actor. Jaden Smith.
Jaden Smith.
He's a good actor. He's
I don't
done
know
a
who it
couple of movies. He's a nepo kid.
He's all right.
Willow is a good singer,
Yeah,
Oh,
Willow's
okay.
a
I've
good
liked some
singer.
of her songs.
Yeah.
and yeah, they've got some of their
Is
stardom.
Miley?
But see, I don't think so.
Miley.
But they have
I think those are nepo babies. Because they were like immediately thrust into the spotlight. Like he immediately got leading roles in movies. She immediately
That's
went
true.
to.
But they're
whatever.
good. Yeah.
They're good, but they didn't get to where they are because they were good. They got to where they were because of Will.
Connections.
Yeah. Who did you say?
Yeah.
Miley.
Somebody-
Miley.
Miley Cyrus.
Miley. She probably got
same
Hannah
thing.
Montana because of.
because of her
Maybe,
dad.
probably. Well,
But she got to where she is today because of her talent.
Yes, I will. Yeah. So,
know what I mean?
Miley is a little bit different. I think she beat it because okay.
She beat it. I'll grant you that. She was a nepo baby when she was doing Hannah Montana.
Yeah,
okay.
Billy
But even
Cyrus-
when she was doing Hannah Montana, she was talented. Like she was good
I mean,
at
she
it.
Yeah.
performed.
No, yeah.
And this came from the Northwest fucking show debacle, whatever.
How did she do? I didn't.
Oh,
know.
horrible.
Oh, really?
It wasn't horrible.
You gotta watch it.
Dang, I wish I
Let's
would
be
watch it
objective
first.
here.
Have you not watched
It
it?
wasn't
Yes, I have.
horrible?
It wasn't horrible.
How do you say that that's...
How-
Because I've heard
Well, wait.
people sing a lot worse than that on stage.
So here's my thing.
You've heard other
Were
nepo
there
hold on.
were
This
there
is-
a shit ton of people that were better than her that probably auditioned for this and didn't get it? Yes.
Hold on, real quick. So
That's
there was
kinda-
auditions. The people that were doing the auditions came out and said that Kim did come in with her child, handed them money, said, "You know what?
Yeah.
Here it is."
Yeah,
That's how it went
I'm
down.
not denying that.
That's
Yes.
nepotism.
Yeah,
right?
I'm just saying
Yes.
that's why they call nepo
My
babies.
thing is, like, I feel bad because it's not a matter... I'm not trying to attack the kid.
Oh yeah, no.
She is, however old she is,
FTK.
could she be talented? Possibly in the
Maybe.
future. Yes, absolutely. But I feel like the work that it takes to be on like a Broadway show like that,
How much were the tickets?
I feel like her being chosen to do it
Why are you asking me?
That's the other
was
thing.
insulting.
I didn't know. I don't know. Like, what type
Yeah.
of production was this? What level
So
It
it
was
was a 30th
30th
anniversary
anniversary.
for the
for the Lion King?
Lion King.
Yes.
For the
And
Lion
it's gonna
King.
be
Where?
It's gonna be. It was produced by Disney, and it's gonna be on Disney Channel or the Disney
Yes.
app. It's it's their big thing.
because it was
This is
live.
like a legit
Yes.
Disney production.
Yes.
Okay, that's fucking damn.
Because it was live, people paid over $3,000 for tickets to see this
Yeah,
performance.
no, like watching it, she wasn't horrible, but watching the people around her,
They
it's like,
were-
oh my
Oh,
god,
they stepped up their
dude.
game. They were like,
They were guiding her. Like, they were literally
Like
like,
pushing
okay,
her.
come on. Like, go that way.
No, it was
Like,
bad.
come this
How are
way.
you saying
I
that
guess-
wasn't horrible?
I'm because it wasn't.
If it was a
Well,
high
if you're like
school
maybe
play,
if you're watching it at,
From
in
somebody that-
elementary school or something, like at a school.
If you were to go to my kid's school and she performs like that, absolutely, it was the best performance she's ever done.
No. Okay,
But if you're talking about people are paying for this, and I feel
but
like
you have to put it in perspective. Judge the performance for what it was. It was a mediocre performance. Whatever it was, I've watched my kids, elementary school, put on shows that were horrible compared to this.
absolutely.
but
So that performance wasn't horrible. She was in tune. She doesn't
No,
have a
she
great voice. Yeah, she was. She doesn't have a great voice. She can't sing.
She wasn't
She's
in
not a
tune.
performer.
She wasn't in tune.
She's not. Like, she was in tune. It was not horrible.
I think
but it
it
was
was-
not Broadway quality. It was not. There were a million people that could have done it better than her.
there was no choreography.
She
There's-
can't dance. She can't but it's not. I could give you a million people that'll be horrible and much worse than her.
Can
So
we-
let's be fair to
think-
the kid.
I think the main issue is that. Let me get my train of thought. Just lost my train of thought. That she got it over other people who had more experience.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's the main issue. I don't care how much these people paid, which $3,000 is ridiculous.
It's a 30-year.
I mean, think about everything going on in our world, and we're paying $3,000 to see a show like that. Like
If it's a Broadway, I mean,
Broadway, I don't know.
I think
$3,000 is ridiculous.
I
to me.
think the
You're right.
way she performed, it was a matter of she took it as a joke.
Well,
and that was even more insulting to those people.
And maybe it was, but I feel like that's the problem. Like I feel like that is the problem where if you're, and that goes back to like a bigger conversation of if you just hand your kids these things that one, they're not going to appreciate them. And she just trumped kids that could, this performance could have opened doors for other kids that have the talent, that have put their blood, sweat, and tears into
Their
what they
5-year
want to
career.
do, what they want to do in their future, that are hours and hours in training and practicing and doing all of that, where she kind of like, I'll go because it looks like it's going to be fun. And it's almost like you're mocking the situation instead of taking advantage, like, damn.
You're looking at me like I disagree with you.
No, I'm just saying, like, instead of taking advantage of the situation where it's like, damn, I'm given this opportunity, like, let me practice, let me do this, let me do that, so that I can do a great job at it. But instead it was like, oh, my mom can just throw my parents can just throw money and that's it. Like, I can get what I want.
At least you learned the fucking words.
I mean,
I'll give her
like
credit for that.
in the environment she is
Everybody
in,
knows the words.
I don't think anyone there in her environment has that
Right,
that
she's
emotional
fucking
intelligence.
Kanye's
They
daughter,
don't
dude.
get it. They're in their own world.
oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
You couldn't have picked two worse people to like try to teach
Have a
a
baby.
kid how to be
Humble.
a person.
Hold on.
Humble.
Can I play devil's advocate? Because
Go ahead.
if I had the money, shit, you want to be on that, bro? Sure, whatever.
No.
That's okay.
No.
For you, what do you mean? Your kid?
If I've got the money to be able to throw it around like what Kim did. Fuck it,
I wouldn't do it just because I'm an asshole all around. But I've had
Wait,
this
you wouldn't do
conversation.
it or you
No, I
would?
would not do it.
because you're asshole to
And
your
also,
kid.
I respect the arts a lot
Okay,
more
yeah,
than
yeah.
that.
Why do you think you're an asshole for that?
Yeah, like
Because and
To his
I'm
kid,
glad you
right?
asked, because I had a conversation with a niece of mine a long time ago who complained. She's like the ultimate activist, and she fucking like whatever.
Oh,
And she hates people. She lives in Mexico, and she hates people who take advantage of the system because Mexico's a very corrupt country or whatever, you know. And everybody who is anybody typically gets there because they know somebody or somebody paid somebody or whatever.
you made her cry.
I did make her cry.
With
she's
the truth?
just a crybaby.
With the truth?
She is. I know. Don't worry.
And my point was, she was talking shit about all these people that got to where they were, but she is a college graduate. And she was able to go to the university that she went to because her dad had connections.
Oh.
Did she?
And if I was a dad and I could get my kid into a university, I'm not saying I would put him on a Broadway show, but if I could use my connections to get him into a university to, you know, give him a better life, I would do it. Wouldn't you?
in that
University?
situation, I kind
Yes.
of agree.
Right. And I said,
Okay.
you did the same thing. And that's what made her cry. Because I said, your sister did the same thing. Your brother did the same thing. You did the same thing. The only reason y'all went to university and graduated and you did well because you're fucking smart.
Yeah, you're
But
great.
the only reason you got in and you were able to afford it is because your dad had connections. Your dad's a part of the fucking whatever.
Yeah, he's part of stuff.
Yeah.
Not
And she
not a
didn't
bad
like
way.
that because she doesn't take advantage of the system like other people do. But her dad did to get her there and get her to the point where she is now.
Was she not seeing the connection? Like,
Well, when she was 18, 17 when it happened, right? So maybe
Yeah.
not. Maybe not.
So she didn't. Yeah, she didn't.
At
know.
the time, no. But when she got old enough, and again, I truly believe that in her heart of hearts, had she been given the choice by her dad, she would have said, no, I want to earn it. And she would have never gone to school because it's Mexico. But she wasn't given that choice. Her dad said, you know, you can if you want to. And she wanted to, so she went. But my
Yeah.
point to her was, don't be a hypocrite. I get it. It's a corrupt country. It's whatever, this and that.
But that is
given the
being
chance, you would do
hypocritical.
the same thing for your kid.
I would. Oh yeah.
And I know she would too.
But certain things,
yeah, she would.
yes. Certain things, yes, I would. For example, getting into school. If I had connections, absolutely. Yes, I would give my kid that better opportunity. If there's other areas, I don't know that I would.
I think
If I could pay their way to get that. For example, the only thing I can think of right now because of my kid, soccer.
Oh, and
What
this.
do you mean? You do. You pay for your kid to play soccer.
Yes, I pay for them to pay. I pay for her to play soccer. However, I'm paying for her to get trained. I'm paying for her to play the games and to get the training that she needs. I'm not paying so that she can
be on the first team.
Be on the field.
But you are.
If she sucks.
Or step
But
over
you are.
other people to get
Step
there.
on other people to get there. I feel like there
But
is a
there's-
difference.
That's what-
because
that's
if you're
where-
That's different.
because if your
You
kid
shouldn't-
sucks,
your kid's not stepping on other people to get there. But
Right.
you are most definitely paying for your kid to be on the field because there are a lot of your kid plays for a good team.
I never played for a good team.
if my kid sucked, she would not be on the field.
Yes, she would.
And
as
I'm
long
okay
as
with
you're
that.
paying.
No,
she would be on the team though.
on the team, yes, but
Yeah,
I'm talking
there's a
about
lot
on the
of kids
field.
out there that are better than your kid, and they're not on that good team because they can't afford to pay.
You're in the
That's
So
true too.
you're doing as a parent whatever you can for your kid to get the best chance.
Sometimes it is like there's kids that have tried out for our team or my daughter's team that don't make the team, even if they want to pay. They're just not good enough.
You're
And that's valid.
that's an whatever.
But they can definitely go join.
A classic
I don't
team
know.
or a whatever team.
I
or
guess
select
yeah,
team
but
or-
that's just a title, honestly, because
Correct.
you've seen you witness with me
I know, and
that there's levels of academies that are in the same level as
that's what I'm
rec-
saying. That's what
as
I was going
rec
to say. Your
teams.
kid plays for an academy team. Like they're not going to do that because they're linked to a soccer team. Like they need talent, and there's enough talent out there with money that it's going to pay to
Yeah.
put their kid in that academy. It's fine. I don't have a problem with that because it is based on talent. But every select team, every
I hate
what
them.
were they select? And
It's
what's the other
select.
one?
It's select.
There's
And,
another one. Whatever.
I mean,
as
there's-
long as you have the
there's
money,
select
your kid's
Recreation.
going to play.
Recreation.
But yeah,
Eventually.
but the difference in money, you can have two teams that are, one is an academy or whatever, and one of them is rec and can be the same, but the training over here is more. I mean, these kids are gonna be built
Yeah.
into something different, or
Yes.
and they're
But
gonna
to-
join better, higher leagues or whatever.
Yes.
I mean, that's
These
But-
other kids are not.
Yeah.
They're unless you're
and you're the
just
perfect
talented.
example of that.
Unless you're just talented.
So growing up, the only reason I know all this, my kids never played soccer. The only reason I know all this is because Adrian played soccer growing up, and I grew
I
up
was
taking
poor.
Adrian to his soccer games and to his soccer practices and all this shit, right? And he played for a rec team because his dad didn't have the money to pay for all the elite teams. But his rec team would join all the tournaments that all these the select teams and there's another fucking whatever they called teams played in. They would win the tournaments. And it would piss all these other fucking teams off like to no end because you got these fucking rec kids from South Garland beating the shit out of them. They were all better than all those teams playing it, but they couldn't play for those teams that get scouts coming to look at them. They get to go to the good high schools, whatever, because they don't have the money for it. Mm-hmm. But if his dad had the money, he might have paid for it. I don't know.
I would have paid for the Broadway.
And to his point, none of those kids went anywhere. Well, one of them went to this podcast and pissed everybody off, but that's it. He was like the best. He wasn't on that team, but
How often does that get brought up?
every chance we get.
Shout out to Chewy.
Shout out to you, dude. So okay,
So
Northwest.
nepotism kids, good or bad?
Who's your favorite nepo? Baby.
What's her
Oh,
name?
gosh.
Ah, fuck. She was on that one movie where they're out at sea with Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, I know, but I can't. think of it.
The Skeleton Key, the New Orleans.
yes. What's her name?
Look up the Skeleton Key cast.
I
She's
always
my
have to
favorite.
look
Her.
up cast
Hudson?
to remember the names.
Interstellar? I think you're.
No.
No.
I don't look over here when I'm looking.
Sorry.
I just keep talking.
While he's
Just look
searching
up
up yours,
Skeleton Key cast. I
My
told you.
what?
your favorite nepo, baby.
I don't know if I have a favorite. 'Cause I can't
There's
think
only
of all
one
them.
right answer.
Okay, I got sucked into Red Table Talk a lot,
Okay.
especially during
Yeah,
the
her on
pandemic.
the left, Adrian. Who was that?
And
Kate.
so I really do like Willow a lot.
Okay.
Hudson.
All right.
She's all right.
Regardless of what people say about them, they seem to have pretty decent emotional intelligence.
Yeah, people talk shit about them because people talk shit about everybody.
And
but-
there's been things on there, I mean, that I watched during COVID that were helpful to me.
Okay.
Kate Hudson. I
But
was
anyway,
right.
that's a
Kate
whole nother
Hudson.
thing.
That one. That's
I
my
said
favorite Nepo
Hudson.
baby.
But like some of the stuff that Willow would talk about on the show, it was like kids her age are not that. A lot of them are not that emotionally intelligent. Sometimes.
Well, I
Who's
said-
yours?
There's only one right answer.
What is it?
That's Robert Irwin.
Who?
That dude's
I need a
done
picture.
nothing though.
What do you mean he's done
I need a
nothing?
What has he
picture. I
done?
don't know
What has
He's
he
the
names.
done?
only kid we'll ever protect. What do you mean?
What is
Why?
he? Who is he? The son
What
of?
has he done? Steve.
Steve Irwin, the crocodile.
Oh yeah,
Oh, him.
Wait,
they
is
all
it
seem so
crocodile? Is-
sweet.
Crocodile Hunter.
the
Yeah.
crocodile hunter.
They all seem really sweet. I mean,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
whole family. Like,
That's the only family with like.
They
those
look
are the-
humble.
okay, you know what? I changed mine.
He's carried on what his father made, and but in
Both
it,
of them did.
yeah, both of them have, and the third one
Good for
is
them.
still baby.
What if it's all conditioning though? Maybe,
Still a
maybe
baby
they
here.
don't really want
That
to
died
do
like
that.
20 years ago. What the fuck?
I'm like, wait, what? What do you
Is
mean
it-
he has
how
a
old is
baby?
it- How old is the third one?
I didn't know there was a third. I thought there was only two.
There's three, right? Three Irwins.
How many children
It's Steve Irwin.
does?
Hang on.
I'm pretty sure.
looking
I'm
for
pretty sure it's
something
three.
When you
I
said
thought it was
Steve
two.
Irwin,
That
you know who I
and
thought?
Prince George.
What?
Prince George.
George.
Is he the little one?
Yeah, he's the little one.
No, dude, get the fuck out of here.
Come on, dude. He's gonna be King George.
Okay, that makes sense now. God damn it, George.
I don't get. I'm lost. I'm totally lost. I don't even
His
remember.
name is George. Hi, I'm George.
Okay.
And all his social media handles are King George.
Oh, okay.
So someday Prince
He's gonna
George
have a prince.
is gonna
Okay.
be
Be a King George.
That's literally how I came up with the name.
What?
Whenever he was born, and they were like, "Oh, his name is gonna be George." I was watching that day. I was like, "Prince George, cool." I was like, "You know what, King George." I'm gonna use that.
All right, here's the list. Number 1, Kim Kardashian.
Fuck out of here.
I mean,
Kylie Jenner, Miley Cyrus, Simon Cowell,
Simon Cowell.
Simon,
George
Who the fuck
Clooney.
are his parents?
George Clooney,
Eric Cowell, and Julia
Julia
Brett.
George Clooney's
Donald
not
Trump.
Yeah, we know that one.
Let's
Ivanka
not
We know
talk
that
about
one.
bad. That's
that.
George's favorite.
You know, when he got a
Ivanka,
small loan of $1
Paris
million.
Hilton, Jennifer Aniston.
What's Donald's? What's is it? His son? Brandon? No, the tall one.
That guy's fucking huge.
He's
He's like
huge.
6'8".
He needs
Oh, his
to
youngest
come to the
son.
Madness.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I was
What
like,
else,
he's
Adrian?
really
He's
tall.
6'8".
Paris
Something like
Hilton,
that.
Jennifer Aniston, Michael Douglas,
Jennifer
Angelina
Aniston.
Jolie, Ben Stiller, Kendall Jenner,
Who's Ben Stiller's? Jerry
The
Stiller?
Stillers, yeah.
I didn't know. I'm
Prince
sorry.
Harry,
Yeah.
George Bush,
I like Angelina Jolie.
Me too.
Gwyneth Paltrow,
She does a lot of good. I think.
Gwyneth is good too, even though everybody hates her.
Drew Barrymore,
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Jaden Smith,
¿Cuál es esa?
Jane Fonda.
Gwyneth
What?
Paltrow.
Yeah.
Have y'all watched Drew's show?
Fuck Jane Fonda.
Drew?
Drew Barrymore.
Barrymore.
No.
I've seen.
She's very,
Boris
very
Johnson.
loving.
I was just gonna
All
say
right,
very
nobody says
touchy.
anymore.
I'm
Stop,
sorry.
stop.
She's
She's very touchy.
She's very, very touchy and very loving to the point where, like,
It makes me
I can only
uncomfortable.
handle so much. Like, I really like her, but like watching her get closer and closer and like
I'm
all
gonna
up
need
in
you
their
to stop
personal
touching me.
space. I'm like imagining myself there, like, oh my god.
Like that?
No, it's more
It's
of like,
like-
a caressing. A
Oh.
She will even like
hold your
she will like
hand,
even
goes
Is it-
like
is it
this,
turn facing them and go
like
cross her
cross
legs.
applesauce on them and
just be like right next. Sorry,
Oh, it's
right
that
next
bad?
to them.
'Cause
I don't
when-
like people that close.
Me either.
But that's just-
But
But,
I
okay.
think she has good intentions. She's really
Right.
sweet.
Yeah, okay.
She just
If it was a guy
she
doing it,
doesn't
he'd be a
respect
fucking
personal
creep.
space.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah,
creeper.
definitely.
He'd be a
Oh,
fucking
they
pedophile
did
if
have
it was a kid.
they
He'd
did
be-
have those.
Especially if it was one of
The
those.
men,
She does
the
it
men
with
in
everybody,
Family
but I
Feud.
don't know.
No, I know, but if it was a guy, it'd be different.
Do you remember
Yeah.
Family Feud? The original Family Feud.
That guy was a creeper, yeah.
Yeah. He would kiss all the contestants, all the females,
Really?
But it was-
and
it was-
kids.
I used to
Back
watch
then
it, but
it
it's I barely remember it.
All right.
Does that what?
90s?
Does that make it okay?
If
it's
it
in the
was
90s.
okay, yes.
Wait, kiss him like on the lips or the cheek?
On the lips.
Damn.
They were okay with it.
It's
If they-
weird.
yeah.
Maybe they
Fucking
weren't.
weird.
Maybe he was, but they weren't, and his
They
staff
knew
were.
what they were getting into.
Because he did it to everyone.
Yeah, like it wasn't
But
like a
not the
one-off
first
thing.
one. The first one didn't know.
Yeah, maybe. A lot of people did it. back
Holy
then.
shit.
That's a good one.
It's different. It was
Gets
different
kissed.
times, right?
Whoa.
I always feel awkward when someone tries to kiss me like that. Even we didn't really kiss that. I mean, my mom was kind of like that, but
Wait, so should I not have
I never
hugged you
really
when I
liked.
said
No,
hi?
hugging is cool. I like hugging, but like, it's hard for me to get used to like kissing. Like, even though, and I kissed my kids, but for me, being
cheek?
kissed by a parent, I'm just like, no, it's okay.
But you kiss your kids?
Let's just hug. Well, I don't kiss them really anymore. Than now that they're older, then
How
I
old
don't
are- how
like
old
go
are
up to
yours?
them. My oldest is 16.
I feel
No,
like
17.
I feel like it's nice.
I mean,
if
my
you
youngest is 17. My oldest is 21.
I don't think I ever.
But hugging, yeah.
kissed your mother like that on the cheek, or your mother kissed you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I think I
you say hi or
got.
whatever.
I think
When
I
you say
got to a
hi.
certain stage, and I was like, no, I don't want to kiss my parents anymore, and I don't want them to kiss me.
Tom Brady.
I don't know
kisses
why.
his
You know
kids.
what? That's actually we
the
have
mouth.
3 girls, and my husband has actually asked that where he's like, when are they too old to give me kisses?
Whenever they stop.
I'm like, when they don't want to.
Yeah.
I was like, they are going to be very vocal when they are like, no. I said, and that is when you listen.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't push it. You don't.
Yeah,
You don't
that's what you're saying.
get in your feelings. Sure, get in your feelings privately, but it's a
Our girls are growing up.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Where it's like, damn, my kids are getting older. I'm like, that's when
I don't
When
think
my
Olivia's ever
youngest-
going to stop giving me a kiss. Good night.
When my youngest got,
you say
Like-
that. Just
You don't know Olivia.
Hey, he's like, I'm trying to stop.
Yeah,
Make her
I've
stop.
been trying to make her stop for years. She won't stop.
That's cute though. I mean, I guess my perspective, me seeing the girls with their dad, that's like a soft spot for me where it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you go give your dad love. Go.
Oh,
Yeah.
they don't give it back to you.
To me,
Yeah.
them to me, no.
Oh.
I'm more of the get away from me. That sounds horrible, but it's a certain age and then it's like, all right, go to your dad. Like, you're grown. You're grown up. Go forth.
Be gone.
when my son was like, when my youngest son turned 12 or 13, maybe, it was just like, I don't want any more hugs. Don't, like, he just wanted his space all the time. And I was like, I miss his hugs.
He don't hug you anymore?
Well, now he does, but he went through a stage
How old
like
is he now?
17.
Okay.
He went through a stage where he didn't really want hugs. And
It's the teenage stage. I'm
Yeah.
convinced that they're hellions once they hit
Oh, yeah,
puberty.
definitely.
Like
I was
11,
not prepared.
11 to
no.
14, I feel like they're vicious creatures.
Yeah, I felt, yeah.
Not that bad.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm hoping that
It's hard not to take it personal because, like, I know, it's not
It's
usually.
what?
It's sometimes personal, but you know that there's a lot
It's the
going on, and,
hormones.
and there's a lot making them grumpy.
It's the puberty.
But it's hard not to take it personal.
Slap the shit out of him.
What do you mean, though? It's definitely personal. It's definitely what
Well,
you did to
sometimes-
them.
What?
No,
Oh, it's
Like,
we're
is he
talking
mad at
ab-
you for something? It's because of what you
No,
did.
Did you
we're
take
talking
away
about
their
like
system?
like when they're moody for no reason and they're just snapping at you, that kind of thing. Like, hey,
Yeah, I've
what do you
never
want to eat?
experienced that.
Leave me alone. I want to eat.
I
I'll
experienced
eat
that
when
with
I'm
Yvette.
hungry.
Does that count?
What?
I experienced that with Yvette. Never with my kids.
Well, she also has hormonal things going on, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Hello.
no, so no, it's fine.
Sometimes I'm sure she wants to punch you in the face.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah, it happens.
I
It
think there's
happens.
hormonal
Embrace
things
it.
going on with them too that make them moody. I mean, come on.
Absolutely. They have their weekly.
Who?
Men.
Hormonal surge.
Yep.
Think so?
There
I've
is
heard
a
about it, but I
set-
haven't
How?
read much on it.
All right, explain that to me.
there is a time, just like with a female, there's a time of the month where just leave her the fuck
She
alone.
bleed like a dying animal, but don't die.
Thanks for the acknowledgement.
You were not blessed with that.
No, we weren't.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You have
Good Lord.
guys have. It's been proven that guys have their
By whom?
Oh my god.
studies.
Cite
science.
your sources.
Hello,
Science.
Mister.
Hello.
Did you say
Are you
science?
searching?
Hello.
I'm not searching
Hello
that.
over there.
I don't know.
What's been
That's
proven? Go,
gibberish.
finish.
That men go through the same thing at least once a week.
What's the
I'm sorry,
same thing?
1
What-
week out of the month, where they go through whether it's moody, it's
What causes it?
I think it's
their hormones,
Yeah, hormonal shift.
Well,
testosterone.
like
I think
the
work causes
the
it.
hormonal spike or change
same
or
thing
whatever.
that causes
no, because
ours.
we're not. Again, we don't bleed for a week and not die. We don't do that.
But if your hormones fluctuate, it's going to affect.
But there's
Whether
a
you
reason for
bleed or
your
not.
hormones fluctuation.
Well,
your
not
hormonal
necessarily.
fluctuation.
Not necessarily
What do you mean?
because
Ready?
There's a very physical,
Whether-
Got our
physiological
fact
reason.
checker ready.
You ready?
Yes.
AI says no.
Wait, AI.
Well, Google
I
does
don't
this
trust
thing
that
where it
bitch.
does
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't trust that bitch.
Yeah. I was just trying to take over.
No, cisgender men do not have menstrual periods because they do not have a uterus. However,
What is this?
He said,
do-
however,
Sin.
Men do have hormonal cycles that can cause symptoms that may mimic premenstrual syndrome, PMS, such as
Boom.
depression, fatigue, and mood swings. This is called irritable male syndrome.
Irritable
It has
bowel
a special
syndrome.
name even.
hold on,
What
hold on.
causes it?
But there is no medical evidence
Stop. Are
that,
you
it's,
serious?
that it's a recognized medical diagnosis.
It's not recognized
They're
as
not
a
gonna
medical
recognize that.
diagnosis.
There's no
Guys,
medical
do you
Do you
evidence.
know
They're not
how
gonna
many
recognize
things
it.
exactly? Do you know how many?
Men's hormonal cycles are shorter and less intense than women's, and testosterone levels fluctuate throughout the day, peaking in the early mornings and decreasing after 9 a.m.
Yeah, we get that.
At work. Yeah.
So there's no scientific evidence to prove my point.
Yeah. He said all that. And
Trust
then
the
it's like,
science.
You know what? Nay.
No, do we go through mood swings and shit? Fuck yeah. And we're affected by a lot of stuff and we go up and down and all that bullshit. But it's not on a cycle and it's not caused by a physiological thing that's happening to our bodies.
Can y'all think of a time when, like, men, have y'all ever had, like, a day when, like, you just were really emotional for no fucking
Fuck
reason?
yeah.
Like just start crying?
That's it. That's it right there. That is your calendar.
I thought that was just,
and see
honestly,
if
I thought that was just
happens.
exclusive to women.
No.
Or a female
Like
person.
Well, you know-
I'm not saying we don't go through.
I think that's real. It's real, but society has attached that to you bleeding.
Yeah.
Yes. Society.
So, yeah.
I'm not society. I wish I was.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you
why.
why it's not. It might be a while before it's recognized because they only want to acknowledge that something affects. They don't want to acknowledge that something is affecting a man's mental health.
Yep.
That he can't control.
Yep.
No, wait.
But-
I don't think it's not recognized.
But they want to
It's
call us
recognized.
hysterical.
No,
Oh,
it's
for
not.
sure. Yeah, for years, decades, millennia.
That's what I'm saying. It would take them a long time to acknowledge it because that proves that they're on a similar level with us when it comes to
God
hormones.
forbid
saying.
we
Like-
on the
yeah,
be,
yeah, yeah.
be on the
we
same page.
We were historically considered inferior because we had a period and hormone shifting and anxiety
Well,
or
because
whatever.
it's predictable.
And
Is it though?
they're not.
Well,
But
it
now,
is. I
but
can
if
tell
that
you when
comes
it's gonna
out
happen.
more, then
I can tell you when yours
Not
is
all.
going to happen.
Not on all women. It's different for every female.
Yeah, but once you know when it happens, it's
Not necessarily.
that's true because Yvette went for a while where it was like, oh, sorry,
It's a
HIPAA, but-
hormonal thing. HIPAA.
every time it happens to me where I hit that really emotional state, I do not even think about my period. Like I'm just like, why am I like this? You know, like, and then I'm like, a week later when I start, I'm like, okay, that's why.
That's you. Yeah.
That's what's so frustrating about it because like you're so upset you don't even think about that, and it feels like the world is about to end.
What would be something that would?
There's been times that literally I'll cry for no reason because I heard a horrible story on the radio or something. And then the next day, it's like, oh, I knew I wasn't a weak bitch.
Adrian, see, I told you.
What?
What?
This is why you can't have two women on at the same time.
Why?
We were talking about this before. We're
In
trying to
another
decide who's
conversation?
going to fact check or whatever. And we're like, no, we need to make Adriana fact check because we can't have two women on the show. And after I said it, I'm like, it's okay to have three guys on the show, but not two women because that's too many, whatever. But, yeah, it's funny because we're stupid.
Duh.
Yeah.
It's
Duh.
just, we're stupid. That's fine.
But we're definitely like,
You know that's
What
actually.
affects us? Well, what do you think that it affects you or gets us to that point? Do you?
I don't know what it is.
It could be daily
But there's
stress.
definitely days when I'm just like I have no fucking patience, and but the difference between me and most women, not Yvette, because Yvette's always been really good about like she'll definitely go off on me and start like doing shit or whatever, and then it'll click like, oh, I'm PMSing, and then
Okay.
she's like, I'm just gonna go sit over here
Yeah.
and chill, and I'm like, you do that, whatever. But there's definitely days when I'm like that, like it's just, I have no fucking patience, and I can't tell you why, but. And she's like, I can see it, and I'm gonna leave you alone, and it's cool. It happens. We definitely go through that, but it's not on a monthly cycle.
So
It's
you
just I don't know
think-
what causes it. That's why
So
that was
you
my question
think-
to you. It's not caused
In
by.
addition, though, you do know. Well, did you know that that's actually why they had to stop several trials because they were trying to get birth control for men, and that's actually the reason why it was canceled. Several like studies had to be canceled because men could not handle the fluctuation of how they felt. And
Because it's not predictable.
well, so
That's like I'm not a
it's
scientist.
not
I only say one on
necessarily
TV.
that.
But if
It's
you're developing a medication to do something, whatever, right? And you can predict when your spikes are going to happen, and that's why you have like a 30-day cycle on your pills, because it's predictable.
But it's not.
it's not.
The effects are not predictable.
Not the effects, but the fact that something's going to happen.
No, she's talking about the side effects of the medicine.
No.
Yeah, the side effects of the medicine
Yeah.
were the
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, because if you're, and I'm generalizing here, but most women, or some women, I don't know how to say it, because no matter what I say, somebody's going to be like, well, that's not true for all women, or whatever.
Yeah.
You're on a 30-day cycle, right? Nature says that you're on a 30-day cycle. Whether or not that's changed over the years and it's not the case anymore, whatever. So you can predict that and you can plan for that when you're doing a medicine for them. What I'm saying is, what we go through it too, but I don't know what causes it. And it's not predictable. Like one day I just fucking randomly wake up going, and I don't know. So to be able to, you know what? I'm going to stop.
Are you
I'm not a
also
scientist.
okay? Are you also talking about
Only on
the
TV.
physical side effects, not just the?
no, it was the emotional. It was the emotional side
But it's
effects.
the emotional side effects are caused
'Cause-
by physiological reactions to the medicine.
Yes,
Yeah.
because it. I mean, yeah, like you
And
said,
if
a
you
man
can't predict
can't
when I'm
have.
going to wake up in a bad mood, you can't predict when the medication needs to fluctuate. And it's
Right. And for a female, I mean, obviously, you know that at 30 days
Right,
or
that's my
25 to whatever days you're supposed to take the iron pills and stuff, whatever. Well, for men, the point was for men to take birth control instead of women because, duh. And like they could not handle the mood swings. They couldn't handle the change, the daily. It was a daily thing where I'm waking up fine. The next day I'm waking up crying. Like
Right,
the
because you
next
don't
day,
fucking know.
in
Or
the
sick
middle
to your
of the day,
stomach.
sick to your stomach. All of that they couldn't. And a lot of men were like, "Nope, screw this, not taking shit."
Also, I think it's bullshit. I just think whatever, because they don't want men to be on birth control because we're men, God damn it, and we rule the world.
Now that we're men.
Man,
Oh,
that just gives me an excuse.
For what?
What?
I'm being an asshole, whatever. I'm just gonna say I'm PMSing.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what.
Yeah, keep
You
giving us all
know,
this ammo.
there are times when that would be nice, like if to know why someone's in a bad mood or whatever.
But since
I-
mine is
And
if
unpredictable, I'm
my,
just gonna
if
use
my
it whenever.
husband was in a bad mood and I thought it was something I did, and he's like, you know what, I'm just
Just that time
on
of month.
hormonal. You know, I would be like, oh God, I'm so glad you're hormonal.
He won't tell you that,
I'll
though?
leave you alone. No,
Because
just
I'll say it. Like if I'm in a
I
bad
mean-
mood or
I mean,
I'm
like-
whatever, and she's like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just in a shitty mood right now." And she's like, "All right."
Yeah, I'll tell her.
Yeah.
But just leave me alone right now.
My husband does that every now and again where I'm like, "Are you good, bruh?" And he's like, "No, no, I'm pissed off.
No, and I don't
fucking
know why, and
I don't
it-
fucking know why." And just
It's not your fault. It's just leave me alone.
I
Like,
just start
I'm
doing
just
shit around the house. Like I'll go cut the grass or something. Leave me alone.
Drives away. Leaves, goes, picks up milk, but never comes back.
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you drinking vodka straight?
No, just kidding.
She
Oh, I
is.
thought you were
She
serious.
is.
I'm like, yeah, that in a beer.
Your vodka.
Well, that's interesting.
So, do y'all have any? Oh man, I wish I was gonna save this one for.
A rainy
Well,
day.
shit, you're white.
Okay. Here we go. I'm so happy.
I was really
let me be the
sorry,
center of
Cole. This is
attention.
the most recent one, which I
Okay.
shouldn't. I should have hit some of the older ones, but
Let me center myself.
Let me focus my whiteness.
That was a good one. That was a
Okay,
good one.
that was a joke, everyone.
Respectfully.
I don't want to be centered.
I was reading this article this morning, and it was written by a black woman, and she was talking about how she had this great friendship with another person. She was white. They were like team parents. Their kids play for the same team, so they'd sit, at practice and watch their kids. They sit at the games, and this went on for like 2 years, and they were great friends, and it was fucking awesome. And then one day, the white lady stopped showing up, and she's like, "Hey, what the fuck's going on?" She's like, "Oh, we went out of town. This is like for a weekend or whatever. We went out of town. So and so, like her new boyfriend's plus one at a wedding, and so I'll be back on Sunday or whatever day it was." So she gets back to practice, and she's all excited to talk to her friend, her black friend, about it. And she's like, starts telling me about this wedding, and what the fuck did she say? I don't remember how she worded it, but the friend was excited to talk to her about the wedding because it was a black wedding. And she starts telling her about how all the food was soul food and all this, like all her experience at the black wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And this black lady was like offended by it, and she like stopped being her friend basically.
Did she say why she was offended by it?
Because she felt like she went from being this lady's friend to being this lady's black friend.
So before they weren't really talking about
I guess not.
race or anything?
They're just talking about kids, practice, other people.
I could see how
there,
that could be disconcerting because if like they never really had those type of conversations, then all of a sudden she's bringing it up.
But she's black.
I have a question.
But maybe it would be because it wasn't on her terms. It felt threatening in a way.
Okay, we'll get back to that. What's your question?
But the white lady was going to a black wedding,
Yes.
Yes.
so she wasn't the black friend because she had black friends.
No, she didn't. It was her new boyfriend's
Out of
friends.
town thing.
It was his friend's wedding, and she went.
okay.
She was his plus one.
Got
what
it.
she knew there.
Got it. Okay.
Maybe it was also the way she was talking about it. Maybe she was just like,
No, the way she described it was like she texted me saying I'll be back to practices on whatever day. I can't wait to or whatever, go through this thing with you. And she was like, I didn't know what she meant. And then she got back, and then she told me, she started telling her about the wedding, and she was like, it was a black wedding. And then she started describing all the things she went through, never in a disparaging way, like it was a fucking badass wedding and it was whatever. And she was totally offended by that. Would you
I think I would
feel
be
that
really
way?
confused I'm just saying how I might think if I
Good,
was
that's what I'm
her.
asking.
I think I would just be confused and I would want to know why she was upset and try to
No. How would you feel if
Your friend.
you and I were friends and we were like, we've been friends for years, and then I went off to a wedding one weekend and I came back and I was like, I went to this white wedding and all these things happened.
I
it was
would be
fucking
like,
cool.
okay, what happened?
Right.
Like I would
That
be
was
really
my take
interested.
on it.
Yeah.
But this lady was offended
But
and she
then
cut her
I'm
off.
white, so it's a different story. I don't know
Why
what's
is it
triggering
different?
her. Something's triggering her. Maybe it's valid.
Well, the fact that she's black and she doesn't want to be the token black friend, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know.
George, you're Mexican.
Yeah, I am.
If this happened to
Sometimes.
you with a white person,
And y'all had never had any talks about things like that.
It.
do you have any white friends?
I do. It would throw me off a little bit just because it was like, oh, it was like,
Why would it throw you off?
just because if we've never talked about it, well, actually, none of my friends probably not. But I think I'm trying to think of it as like, it would throw me off in the sense of like, well, you've never brought it up. Like we've never talked about our races or something like that. So it,
But you're the Mexican friend. Like,
I
why do
am.
you need to talk about something that's obvious?
no, for me, it'd be funny. I would, I wouldn't take it in a bad manner or any way, but it's
So if this white friend of yours came back one day and said, hey, I went to this quinceañera this weekend, and he started telling you all about it, and he wasn't talking shit about it.
why the fuck didn't you invite me?
Right. I
Okay,
wouldn't
I
say
see what
that,
you're
but I
saying.
see what you would.
Yeah. No, you're right. It wouldn't bother me.
Adriana?
I'm trying to think if I would be offended, and I wouldn't. I'd be more curious as to what your like what is so different. What's different from our quinceañeras or weddings that doesn't happen at yours, type thing. Where it would be
stuff.
more of like intrigue, where it'd be more interesting. Like
Well, for starters, they don't have quinceañeras, right? So that's it, yeah.
they have sweet 16s though, so it's like
Right.
okay, what's the difference?
Do they?
Because quinceañeras are supposed to be more religious. That's where it stemmed from. Where sweet 16s, have they ever been? Was it religion based? Was it just, you know what I mean? Like my curiosity would be more of like,
Would you be offended, and would you be like, I'm not talking to you anymore?
no, I would be like, oh yeah, did they have good food? Like what they have, or what did they do? I would be curious
As to what she said, or
as to what she experienced, because every Mexican wedding is different. Every
I think our culture is just
quinceañera
different.
is different.
We're more accepting to our criticisms, I guess.
And
of
I don't
our-
even think it's criticism. I think it's more of, at least for me, it's more accepting of like, yeah, that is my culture. Like, what did you feel about it? Like, did you like it or did you think it was weird?
Yeah.
If you thought it was weird, I mean, it's weird because you don't know the culture. So your point is valid. Maybe it is weird to do. What do they do at weddings? La víbora. When they do that,
Yeah.
where it's like that's not something you do at a white wedding. But
What
it's
is that? Remind me.
The snake.
the snake, where
Oh.
everybody, like all the men that are invited, hold each other's hands and they go through the
Yeah,
entire.
it's a hand.
De la
You don't
mano,
hold
no?
the hand. You hold the.
Or
Is,
the-
is it the? I thought it was a
You hold
hand.
it from the waist and you just follow them around.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they
you're
hold
right,
it
you're right.
from
Wait, they're
the
all
hand.
holding hands,
that's
and there's
good.
a
Yes,
snake.
and they
We're just
and
holding
they
our hands and
go
we're just
like a snake.
They
like,
put on a song. And we
Oh, they
start
walk
running.
like a snake.
except it's running, and then
Okay.
whoever
Yeah.
falls,
I
that's
thought there was
where
a
it cuts
snake
off.
involved somewhere, like an actual
Snake in my boat.
Yeah, now we're snake handling. Yeah.
No, but you
Came
know what
from
I mean.
Arkansas.
Where it's like I'd be interested to see how other people experience
Other weddings.
our my culture.
My culture. Yeah.
Because it is a culture, it is a cultural thing, it is different. For to be naive and think that we're the same people, we're not. If
Yeah,
that
definitely.
makes sense. Where it's I have costumbres, I have things that are more common in my culture, and that's not a bad thing. It's just it is what it is. How'd you experience it? Now if you're talking shit where it's like, okay, well, that's our it's the same. It's like, okay, well, that's a cultural thing. Like, if you don't like it, you don't like it. Like,
I'll fight.
that's a
That's
Mexican
kind
thing.
of. I was kind of thinking, well, maybe it was in her tone. Maybe there was something about her tone that made it feel like othering, or I don't know what the word is.
Yeah, but
Maybe there was something in her tone that was like judgy, and she didn't
There
necessarily
wasn't.
say the
way
wrong
she
thing.
wrote it, and this was written by the black lady, right? The way she wrote it, at the end of the day, I read the comments, and like she did not get the type of comments I'm sure that
Yeah,
she was
she wasn't,
expecting.
yeah.
Because the
I
way she
think-
wrote it, this white lady did nothing wrong. She went to this wedding and came back and wanted to talk to her about it because she was excited about having experienced her culture,
Yeah.
and she just wanted to talk to her about it. And this lady was like, "Oh, well, now I'm your black friend. Fuck you." Like,
Can I? I'll probably have a very unpopular opinion. I think that lady needs to actually look at herself
But-
and ask herself why it is that it bothered her. Like, what is it that really bothered her? Was that
That.
the white lady didn't give a shit as to whether, like, race was never an issue?
Maybe. Well, I don't know.
So,
She didn't
hold on,
say
let me
this, but
finish-
maybe
Let
her.
me finish. Let me
Sorry.
finish. This lady had. She was married to a white dude.
White
The
dude.
black lady.
Yeah.
White dude.
Who she said when she met him, she'd like, he was the whitest dude I ever met. Never thought this would work out, but I was smitten, so I made it work. And like, and she went through the whole thing about how it was weird at first, and then it got okay, whatever. Her BFF is a white girl, and the way she described it, like, and she's my best friend because she doesn't want me to exist in a white world, like where I'll only have to go do white people things and I have to be okay with it. She also comes to do like black people things and she's okay with it. Like, it didn't make sense. The whole fucking article didn't make sense.
I was just gonna say that doesn't make sense.
Because that's exactly what the other friend did, and she shunned
And
her
she
for
wasn't
it.
okay. Yeah, she wasn't okay
Maybe it
with
was something about sharing her. You know, I don't know.
I
But
don't know.
my other thought was like, maybe she hadn't shown that much interest in her best friend's life in that way, and seeing her be so excited about that event maybe hurt her feelings because she's like, well, maybe I've told you about this, but you haven't been so excited. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that's where it lies, but she's not verbalizing it.
I don't know. That's
just
weird.
a maybe. So
I-
I don't know.
That's
I have a
interesting.
question for you, and for you, and it's and the reason I'm going to bring this up is because it pertains to something like that. Would you be offended? And it's happened a lot to me in construction, where we'll walk into an office, we're in a meeting, whatever. There's always a white guy that makes a comment that, and it happened today to me, where he's like, he was talking to his PE, his project engineer, and he's Mexican. And I think he left the window open. He's like, hey, why'd you do that, Mexican? It's like, you Mexicans are all the same or whatever. And he closes the window, whatever, and he starts laughing, right? Does it stuff like that offend you? Because it always happens. It didn't offend me just because I laughed it off. I was like, we like that fresh air.
It depends on who he was talking to and what their relationship is like.
Well, yeah. Okay. Their relationship is, I guess, good. They work every day together, and I guess they have those type of jokes, and you probably can make the same joke to him. And I know him. So,
I think he has to be more careful about his surroundings.
in construction is different. Just,
Sorry.
I don't know. I don't know. We're always like that.
Yeah, it's construction, and we're surrounded by Mexicans and white people.
My son is half Mexican, and some of the jokes that he thinks are hilarious, I'm like, oh my god.
Well, you're white. You're not allowed to make them.
Yeah, of course I'm not. But at the same time, I'm like,
that's my son. Damn it.
I can laugh at
but
it.
at the same time, I'm like, y'all say that to each other? Like,
We all say that to each other.
Please. What do they say to each other?
I can't think of an example, and if I
Okay.
could, I probably wouldn't say it because
Because yeah, damn right. White, blue
But
eyes.
it's like
No.
yeah.
It's fuck. I don't know.
But at this, I kind of see it also. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Is it kind of also kind of a taking power over those things, the racist stuff? You know, like taking power over it.
I look at it that way,
by-
but not most people don't, because they'd rather be victims. I guess I don't know how else to put it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I don't give a shit. Like, the second I let that affect me, then I give you the power.
They're taking.
That's how my son thinks, and I mean, it's good. It'll make him resilient. I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Of course,
To
I
each his
don't.
own.
Yeah.
That's interesting. though.
That could lead to another one of my topics, but I think we need to be done for this week. We good?
Yeah. Do we?
We're good.
Well,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say
2 minutes.
one thing.
Adrian said 2 minutes.
This week we need to. This is gonna start soon, and we need you to stay up to date. Okay.
Is he talking to me?
Yes,
Yes,
I
he's
am
looking
talking
directly at you.
We need you to stay up to date every week, and it's gonna happen. It starts June 16th. House of the Dragon season 2 starts.
Oh gosh.
We need you to
What
have a
is-
review every week. That it's
It's on HBO.
I'll be a backup.
What is House of the Dragon?
We'll give you a
oh
lot.
my
Oh my god. We're done.
We're done.
We're done. That's